I'm sorry, Aquarius, I'm apologizing for having to cut that video off. This is your round 2, but I'm going to keep it going. Where we left off was the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands energy is saying that you've got to look at your passion and following your passion. That's where the movement happens. Now, every single card I've pulled has been in reverse, except for this one. Movement, okay? So if you want movement to happen, if you want change to happen, if you want things to balance themselves out, you have to listen to your heart. And you have to let go of the other stuff that doesn't have anything to do with that. Because it's going to make you a miserable person. And who wants to be miserable going into 2020? 2020, you got to have your 2020 vision on. Not your eye vision, but this vision right here. All right, Emperor, also upright. That's a reordering. That's that restructure. That's that 2, that double 2 going into a 4 into 2020. So this time in December is really about, you got to get some clarity on what you're ignoring, Aquarius. Do not ignore yourself. There it is, Ace of Swords. Stand in your truth. Own your truth. Own what is good for you. Get to some bottom lines for yourself. You got to get to your own bottom line. You got to walk with that. That's got to be your crown and glory. It's not going to be your crown and glory if you're denying it. I feel like you're denying your power. You're denying your spirit. You're denying your what keeps you 100. You can't do that. Got things coming together. I think that's because we're talking about it right now. We got the Ace of Pentacles in reverse, which tells me that, again, this may be affecting your health. It could be affecting your finances, your well-being. So it feels like things are, we're starting to put the pieces together here for you, Aquarius, right here, right now. That's what this 3 of Cups is telling me, is that it's not coming together for you in the physical, but this right here, this conversation that we're having right now is going to help you start to pull these things into perspective. You got to tie up the loose ends, and the loose end is really you. It's your heart. It's where your heart space is, and being able to tap into that for yourself. It's a powerful, powerful teaching. And so if you're getting your butt kicked, it's because of that. It's really just because of that, If you're really catching it, it's because of that. More often than not, that's what you're experiencing, or that's what you may be experiencing right now. Wow, okay. Any advice for Aquarius? Any additional advice in relationship to this reading? Commit. There's commitment. Commitment's been coming up for a lot of people. This has been a lot in a lot of readings so far. So committing. What is committing about? Commitment is about, this is the marriage card, which is why we call it, commitment is making a commitment. Could be about your marriage. Some people may be having issues around their marriage. If you do, it's really about commitment and not necessarily, it's about your commitment. It's not necessarily about the marriage itself. It could be manifesting itself in your marriage if if you are in a partnership, a close partnership or committed partnership. You may have issues around this, because really what that is doing is it's teaching you how to get here, how to hear the call of your heart. Okay? Letting go of the things that are no longer important to you. Setting some new rules and boundaries for yourself and for others based on what your commitment is. So think about what you're committed to, and please do not leave out your heart space in this, because sometimes people commit to things that aren't in their heart space. King of Cups, that's what I'm talking about. That's your heart space. And the king means you're the master of that domain. You're mastering that space. So that's what this is all about right now, Aquarius. It's about mastering yourself and mastering, how do I say this? It's about mastering the art of love, the art of your heart chakra. It's mastering how you are maneuvering in the world, but from a heart space and not from a head space, or from a heart space or from a gut level, or from a solar plexus. It's either like the solar plexus or the heart. It's the heart or the solar plexus. Either way it goes, it's like that fire that's in within you needs to move into your heart space, and then you're operating from there, not just out of your head. That's why you got this justice in reverse. That's the reason why. That's the reason why. Yeah, so commitment is going to come from your heart. It's not going to come from your head. I think you're still operating from the head. And then that's why we got the Six of Cups in reverse. That's why either you're not receiving or you're not in a position to receive. You're not lining yourself up in a position to receive, because that which you are supposed to receive, that's what the universe is trying to give you. It is coming to you from heart space and not from head space. So if you're looking for head space shit to apply and show up in your life, it's not going to, because they're bringing you something else, and they're bringing you actually what you need. So if it's not happening for you, if the manifestation isn't happening for you, if things aren't working out for you, if things are not materializing in the way that you want it to materialize, and that's whether this is a relationship with another person, or whether this is your work or your career, or wherever your own personal trajectory, your own personal development, it's not going to come together for you until you really start to heed this advice. Messages are coming in loud and clear, and then they're affecting it in different ways in your physical world. You know, it's showing up in your physical world because really it's a spiritual thing that you got to work out. Okay. All right, anything else for Aquarius for the month of December? There's the Devil card. We know what that's about. Devil card is the things that thwart us, that block us, that keep us from getting to where it is that we want to go. And again, it just brings me right back to here. You know, the boogeyman boogeyman ain't outside of you. You know, it ain't something that goes bump in the night, right? It's something that, you know, blocks you, impedes your progress, keeps you from getting to, you know, your personal freedom, your personal best. So definitely be on the lookout for that, because see, what I'm getting right here is that because of this, because you're still needing to hear and heed the call of your heart, then what happens is that they're bringing things in a negative fashion in your physical realm, sort of to like wake you up. Like when things happen physically, this is about health too. Like when people are dealing with pain management, the pain is happening to alert you to something that's going on. That's what pain is about. So if you're experiencing pain or hardship or difficulty or anything like that that's painful, not just physically painful, but mentally, emotionally, whatever, painful, then it's like the Creator is saying, no, stop, don't, right? And so this is the no, stop, don'ts right here. It's like don't do that. So it's bringing things up in your physical. Like I said, if you all are having issues in your marriage or in your partnership or in your committed relationships, specifically committed relationships, if things are popping up there, it really is trying to say, hey, this is where you have your attention. This is not working for you. You have to find your heart space, and you have to let go of the things that aren't about that. Maybe some hard decisions for some of you, especially if you're in relationships where you're not feeling fulfilled. Just saying. That could happen. You know what I'm saying? That could be the case. But I'm getting it also with your work too, because if you're not fulfilled in your work, then it can have the same effect. That's why Four of Wands is commitments or relationship commitments, or it could be any other kind of commitment as well. All right. So, yeah, you want to get out of this anchoring headspace. You want to get out of this kind of doom and gloom, you know, like looking at the negatives and not really looking at the positives, because, again, we've got that there may be somebody trying to bring this to you, but you're missing the boat or you're missing the point. And you don't want to keep operating in that kind of paradigm. All right. Let's see what else for Aquarius for the month of December. Anything else for Aquarius? Month of December. Nothing else, Aquarius. All right, if you need your own personal reading, you know where to find me. I'm at Kerri, Kerri, at wooingnature.life. Also, again, if you're in Miami-Dade, I'll be down there for Art Basel. Y'all come check out Art Basel if you have a chance to do so. And as always, I hope you have a wonderful December, and I hope you have a fantastic life.